Okay, this is to demonstrate PS3 remote start functionality on PSP. Essentially what we have here is a PSP with the latest updates. PS3 is currently on 2.00. The reason that I'm demonstrating this is to basically show there is a whole multitude of problems that I'm currently experiencing with regards to both remote start, remote play, and a few other things that need to be taken care of. I mean, it's not difficult things. It's just a case of I don't know whether or not Sony is even bothered testing their new firmware releases or anything, because it just seems that there's problem after problem with these things. Anything from experiencing complete and utter random crashes to games that no longer work to transcoding on your PC so that you can watch streaming media using remote play on your PSP. There's so many bugs that it's unbelievable, and this is just a video to say how much I'm getting sick of it, basically. It's also to inform you of any workarounds that I can see, or if you've not tried what I do to generally get around all the problems that I'm having. But essentially the PS3 is currently in remote play mode, so if we go to remote play on the PSP, private network, connection, essentially nothing happens. Usually what I get at this point is an error message coming up flagging that there is already a PSP connected to this machine, so I've never seen this one before. So with a good old Sony and its fantastic network. So what I'm going to do is shut down the PSP here. As you can see, it's ridiculous. I mean, beyond ridiculous. I can't understand why Sony hasn't tested half this shit. So let's try it again. We're on to remote play. Connect via the private network. As you can see, the little wireless light is flashing. It's probably showing solid green at the moment. That's due to the camera's crappy frame rate. I think it's a 15 frames per second camera. But it's not working again, so what I'm going to do is shut down the PSP. I can never get it to shut down. Okay, so let's just go through to the main base where the PS3 is currently on. As you can see, there's the iToy, memory sticks and everything, so there's power going to everything. So what I'm going to do is shut this down. It'll probably give me the 3 beeps of death. There's the 3 beeps. So now the iToy is completely off. Everything's completely off, even though I have within the console settings, I have set the machine so that when it's turned off via the hardware button or via remote log off through the PSP, it should go to remote start standby option. But it's not, as you can see, because there's no power in the iToy, so there's no power in the machine at all. Okay, that's the PS3 started up again. Let's switch it off. Now, what you'll see this time is the iToy power remains on, suggesting that the machine, even though it's completely off, The iToy is still on. I'm going to turn this light off so you can see. The iToy is still on. That suggests that the machine's back into the remote start option. Okay, so if we go over to the PSP, I'm going to turn this completely off so that there's no problems or anything at all. As you can see, when I did that first time, it came up as if it was in standby. This time it's completely on. Let's go to remote play. It's logging in. Machine starts up, so there shouldn't be any problems. Okay. Here's the PSP. This time we're logging in. And there's all the stuff. The warning up in the top right hand side is to indicate that the PS3 is currently on version 2.00 instead of 2.01. According to Sony's official bug list on their website, there's only minimal differences between the two, fixing remote play or remote start via internet. According to them, the machine would automatically randomly come on at various different points according to which router you were using. I never had any problems with that, so there shouldn't be a problem with it at all. So let's try playing a local PS3 stored piece of media. Absolutely nothing happens. Let's try rewinding it. Show you that I'm actually pushing these buttons. Nothing happens. Now that was a piece of locally stored PS3 media. Let's turn the machine off. This is me turning off the PSP. Turn the PSP back on again. Now this is the same machine that has been registered with the PS3. So you'd think that, okay fine, I've turned the PSP off, but I didn't bother turning off the PS3 because say that you wanted to leave it downloading all night or whatever. In theory, what you would have thought Sony's engineers would have done is allow the machine, or develop you a system that would allow you to turn your PSP off, leave your PS3 on to download, and then once you wanted to go back in and do remote play, you could just turn it back on again. And because it was the same machine that you had registered with the PSP, or with the PS3, sorry, you could just go in and do remote play again. So let's try and see what happens when we do that. Turn off this light. As you can see, everything's the exact same. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So what we basically got is the same fault as we had earlier. I just wanted to show you that the fault I had earlier is the exact same fault as what happened just here. Okay, so we started off the video with the first fault. So what we do is we hit off. Now I'm just going to go around the back here and switch the HDMI cables so that you can actually see what's going on HDMI. Let's turn off this light. I don't know whether or not you heard three beeps of death, as I like to call them. Clearly there's a problem with it.